to do. I have a gem painting to finish so I can start the big gem painting for Auntie Haley. Because that one dude who plays the drunk dude. The drunk pirate.
Johnny Depp?
Yes, I've got that one that you bought where he's dressed up like he's going to see Alice.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not like with the red, but like it's his face, but he's got like a little top hat. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I got that one.
The Mad Hatter?
Yeah, but only he's not Mad Hattery, he's just esque. It's like a steampunky Mad Hatter-esque.
Yeah, I got that to send to my Aunt Kathy when you get it done.
Okay, well, I started that one before Haley sent me three giant ones to do.
Yeah, because I'm going to send her the Johnny Depp thing without telling her that I'm sending it to her.
Unless
she watches this video, then she'll know that I'm sending it to her.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't look at buying, like, a puzzle board. Mm-hmm. Like the big puzzle board storage things.
Mm-hmm.
If that would work, how well that would work for gem painting stuff.
Probably work fantastic.
Because then, because it seals.
Mm-hmm.
So there's stuff over it. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to go down a rabbit hole and spend the next 45 minutes looking at gem painting stuff.
Of course.
Like my imaginary watch.
I was wondering if you were telling Tom with your freckles or...
It's always correct. No, I did get a new one the other day though. I don't know whose soul I stole, but I found a new one the other day.
Okay. Just random new freckle, you're like, ooh, I shall name you Perry the Platypus.
No. I did almost order a Perry the Platypus onesie, though.
I was totally just making a joke. Sometimes I wonder about this house.
What? Okay. They brought the show back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They can't, the show ended. They, the show in, 3 movies ended. And then they just decided to re-bring it back. And Ashley Tisdale, who plays Candace in Phineas and Ferb,
mm-hmm.
she admitted that after, the 3rd episode, she stopped reading the scripts beforehand.
Okay.
When they were, recording the audio for, the show and everything like that, she stopped actually reading the script. She just would read the scripts while doing it.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't preparing for it anymore. And, she's like, I've never told any of the writers this or that, and the writers look at each other and oh, we knew. We knew.
Hmm.
But they also say that that's why Candace's character is so, sporadic and everything. Candace's character is supposed to be high energy,
all over the place?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's a teenager trying to catch her brothers building dangerous things that could get them killed. But also tattletale, low-level tattletale. But,
you.
We're talking about help Dawson, not getting caught.
Oh, yeah.
They built a roller coaster in the backyard. Are you kidding me?
I've yet to see the giant catapult that Dawson wanted to make. So he could chuck pumpkins.
No, that's not a catapult.
That's what it was. Yes, it was a catapult. It's a catapult. Pumpkin chunking is with catapults.
No, it was a different word Dawson used.
Yeah, it's a catapult.
Dawson used a different word.
Probably the medium.
It wasn't guillotine.
No, a guillotine cuts your head off. It was
That'd be cool too.
It was a cat. I have the text still. It's a catapult. He wanted to make a giant ass catapult in the backyard. And I said, what the heck are you going to do with that? For chucking pumpkins. And I'm like, why would you want a catapult for chucking pumpkins when you only do that once a year around here? And he said, screw that. No, they stopped doing it. But he's like, but I would do it all the time. And I'm like, I'm sure you would. He'd pull up to somebody's house and just chuck a pumpkin and then take off.
You better chunking a pumpkin than doing what Dad used to do with Uncle Shane, where they tie the hose or garden hoses to the hitch of the truck and gas it and rip people's outdoor spigots off their houses.
That's just wrong.
Dad and Shane used to do that.
Why does that not surprise me?
Dad, Shane, and Uncle Dave.
That definitely does not surprise me.
I mean, how have you not heard that story?
I'm sure I probably have. I'm sure I've heard things.
Anytime we tried saying, anytime we would, try to brag about the trouble we could be getting into, Dad's like, yeah, that's not trouble, that's just fun little stuff.
Like them out drinking all night long, then going back to Carl's, sleeping it off for maybe 2 hours, then getting up and having to do work in the barn early in the morning and falling off the top of the barn because they were still drunk.
Strapping Uncle Stevie to the hood of a truck and driving down the interstate.
Your Uncle Dave fell off the top of a vehicle on the gravel road by Grandma and Grandpa's because he thought it'd be fun to ride on top.
There was one day I was driving around town, Dawson jumped on the hood of my vehicle, and I was driving with Dawson sitting on the hood of my vehicle.
Then there's the,
Nick tried jumping on the trunk, but he missed, and he landed in the ditch.
I don't know how many times your dad and Uncle Dave freaking did stupid shit on that freaking gravel road and always ended up with one of them in the ditch. Not in a vehicle, in the ditch. Their body would be in the ditch. Vehicle would still be on the gravel road.
Well, our Uncle Shane, he used to get drunk and he'd ride a horse into town to get packs of cigarettes and such.
Because he thought he couldn't get a DUI that way, but you can.
It's not really a DUI, it's public intoxication.
I think it would be even worse on a horse, though, because not only are you not in control at that point because you're drunk, but so the horse basically can do what it wants, but the horse also has a mind of its own. So if the horse decided it wanted to go to the creek across the street, because the creek is not very far from that bar where he was buying his cigarettes, and that was a regular riding trip that we would take when we took the horses out for a ride.
Yeah.
I could see him going there to get cigarettes, drunk off of his gorg, and the horse going, no, we're going to continue on and go over to this creek, and then giving Shane a bath. That would have been funny.
Or he gets off the horse to go get the cigarettes.
And the horse
is
just,
gone.
yeah.
He
took the tractor in once, too. He did get a DUI on that.
No, that's why anytime Paxton would give me crap because, I mean, what Paxton drives his Mustang and everything else, anytime I would be like, that's not real horse hurry, and he'd give me crap about the whole, like, riding a motorcycle is more dangerous than riding a horse. The fuck it is!
Horse has a mind of its own. It can change its mind anytime.
Yeah. A horse would be perfectly fine on a trip. 3 hours into a ride, perfectly fine. All of a sudden, the horse is like, let's see how bad I can try to murder this person. Roll!
Yeah. Or like Sundance used to do to me, ooh, puddle, let's roll in it.
Stop on a dime. Oh.
Yeah, and stop on a dime, see how far I can fly forward. That was Raven.
And then,
too.
Not to mention, on a horse, gear could come loose, and all of a sudden you're underneath the horse instead of above. That's why we had to stop letting Grandpa saddle us kids to horses.
Yeah, on my saddle, he did that on purpose, I think. Because anytime I got on the horse, it would slowly...
Well, the thing is Grandpa would saddle up the horse and everything would be fine, but he wouldn't go back through and tighten it, because, horses, when you saddle them up, they hold a bunch of air in their stomach, so you gotta put it on, tighten it, and then you gotta let them sit for like 5-10 minutes and tighten it again.
Yeah,
he checked everybody's...
He'd never do that second check, especially on mine, and he thought it was funny.
It happened all the time with us kids. That's why we had to learn how to saddle a horse at such a young age. I knew how to saddle a horse before I could tie my shoes.
I just thought it was hilarious because he would start laughing so hard when we were on the trails and we were going upward, and my saddle would slowly start to not only slide back but slowly start to tip to the side. And I'm going, guys, because I was not an equestrian.
The first time right after we got Star and Bailey back after they got broke, because this was when Grandma and Grandpa stopped breaking horses themselves and had Jason and Lori doing it.
Mm-hmm.
When we got Star and Bailey back, the first time after we got them back, Dawson rode Bailey and I rode Star. And we were Grandma and Grandpa were still a little nervous about his kids riding them yet, because literally they'd only been back on the farm for not even a week. And usually you want to wait like 2 weeks to get them reacclimated and everything else.